In this video, we'll learn more mind control techniques with the second type of conditioning, called operant conditioning. Hey everyone, my name is Dr. Graham Dersnah. Welcome to Bite Size Medicine, your go-to channel for short, easy to understand videos about the common medical topics that matter to you. If you're new, make sure to subscribe, get involved in the comments, and check out the description below for links and resources. Let's get started. As we learned in the first video, conditioning is a form of behavior modification, and we covered classical conditioning. This video will cover operant conditioning. Within operant conditioning, there are 4 strategies, and whether you know it or not, you've probably already experienced all of them. The 4 types of operant conditioning are positive reinforcement, negative reinforcement, positive punishment, and negative punishment. Let's define these words individually, then learn each type with an example. Reinforcement is the strategy used to keep a behavior. You use reinforcement strategies so that the person continues to do the behavior you want, whereas punishment is the strategy used to end a behavior. You use punishment strategies so that the person stops the behavior that you don't want them doing. When the reinforcement or punishment are positive, it means you are adding something to get the response you want. When the reinforcement or punishment are negative, it means you are removing something to get the response you want. Now let's put these together to understand each method. Based on the name, we know that we want the behavior to continue, which is reinforcement, and we'll be adding something to get that behavior, which is positive. An example is getting an allowance. A parent might want their child to clean their room, so they ask them to do it, and once it's done, they give them an allowance. So the parent wants to reinforce the good behavior of cleaning their room, and they will add an allowance to get this behavior. Eventually, hopefully, their child will clean their room even after they stop receiving their allowance. In this case, we want a person to continue a good behavior, but this is done by taking something away. A great example is putting on a seatbelt. In order to get someone to put on their seatbelt, the car makes a dinging sound until it's done. Once the seatbelt is on, which is the desired good behavior, the sound is turned off, or taken away. Positive punishment sounds weird because we associate positive as being good and punishment as a consequence. So how do they go together? We have to remember the definitions of each term. Positive simply means to add something, and punishment is to stop a behavior. So an example is giving someone chores. Using the parent and child situation again, if the child breaks a rule, the parent may give them chores around the house. So breaking a rule is the behavior that needs to stop, which is punishment, and this is done by adding chores, which is the positive aspect of the strategy. This teaches them that if they repeat the behavior, they will get something undesired. Negative punishment is the last method, and using the parent and child example once more, if the child breaks a rule, then the parent will take something away, such as their phone. Stopping the behavior of breaking the rule is punishment, and taking away their phone is negative. This teaches them that if they repeat the behavior, they will lose something desired. Now that you know how both types of conditioning work, I'm sure you'll recognize more examples. One final note is that conditioning generally does not take effect after using it a single time, with a few exceptions. It takes multiple times working with the same behavior and same method over a period of time to get the desired effect. Try it out and let me know if you're successful. Before you go, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let me know if you enjoyed the video, learned something new, have any questions, have a personal experience in this area that you'd like to share, or have ideas for a future video. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time for another delicious bite of medicine.